Looking for something fun to watch and a cool community to be a part of? The KJ Today Show has you covered. We're bringing you the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. Join us live the first Wednesday of every month at 7 for your positive vibe fix. Welcome to the KJ Today Show, your place for the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets, or the new tagline that we came up with moments ago, the KJ Today Show. We hope to not screw it up. I am KJ, your host. That is our kitty cam, and already joining Socks, our mascot, is Giles, our TV star. So welcome, everybody. If you didn't know, we've got 7 cats in this house, and several of them like to be in studio with us. You can see already Rooney Cartoony checking in, crew number 6. Laura is crew number 2. What does that mean? How do you get a crew number? Well, because this show is all about us being together, you are one of our producers. You are part of the crew. So we want you to do a couple of things tonight. Go to kjcrew.com. That's kjcrew with a k.com. And you will get your crew number. Comment and interact with us tonight. Subscribe on YouTube. We love when you're on YouTube with us.
Yay, the YouTubes.
And most importantly, have an awesome time with us tonight. And if you don't, it's not our fault. Wait, I have a great tease. If you don't have any fun tonight, know that we're going to end the show with a sloth. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Bring everybody in. Hi, guys.
Hi.
A sloth?
Yes.
A sloth.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I
can't wait to see what that is.
Oh yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you.
Right.
This is we're breaking new ground here on the KJ Today Show. Our first
I think
sloth.
So. Yeah.
All right, so let's go around the horn real quick. We've got What's Poppin' coming up tonight. Lots of cool pop culture stuff, lots of cool geek pop culture stuff with Marvel announcements and all kinds of stuff. Tia, the dragon from New Jersey, has all of the news for us. So what I like to do, help you get to know us a little bit better, is just do a little What's Poppin' with KJ and the crew. So Tia, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us something good or funny that has happened to you since the last time we were together.
Oh gosh, being put on the spot.
Yes.
I don't know why it's a thing when someone asks to describe yourself, where you feel like you want to default to like some 1980s like dating ad where you're like, I like to take long walks on the beach. No, my name is Tia. Despite the tagline, I am from New York and not New Jersey.
I was wondering.
Yeah. And I like geeky stuff, have, for a really, really long time. I'm a huge Marvel and Star Wars fan. I love audiobooks. That's my like personality at the moment. And video games, which I do miss Katie being on and talking about video games with her, but that is what it is.
You got a little bit of that in the Kind of Nerdy Girls last month. So
I did. So I love that. And as far as something funny or good, the good thing was that March had a ton of birthdays. It was my birthday. It was my grandma's birthday. It was a cousin of mine's birthday. So, go March,
Yeah.
All right. Let's go over to Kind of Nerdy Clay. You're technically the newest member because Michelle was here first, but you have been one of the Kind of Nerdy dudes for a while now. And
And actually, one of your oldest friends since you moved to this to the city.
I don't know if people know this, but if you become one of my friends, eventually you have to work for me.
Yeah. I didn't read the
confirm.
fine print decades ago. That's on me. No,
Oh, God.
I think it's been one of the things that obviously we've enjoyed, over time, kind of learning each other's, kind of nerdy, and then digging into that. So, hosting the Marvel get-togethers before we went to go see movies and things like that. So yeah, we've had a good journey for sure.
We have. We were just talking about that. We were talking about, we're gonna like go full on into Doomsday and all that good stuff. But we were talking about the amazing party we had before Infinity War, Endgame, and how Clay's wife made us the most amazing spread. It was all. I mean, there was Iron Man pizza and.
And by that, she means Clay's wife literally made an Iron Man out of pepperoni.
Yes, like it was the most amazing. We ate feelings, and then we watched the movie and we didn't eat enough of our.
No, yeah, there were Thor cheese hammers. Yeah,
oh,
right.
Thor
that's right.
cheese
That's
hammers.
right.
Yes,
There was a Captain America fruit plate.
Mm-hmm.
Are there pictures of this?
There's
Oh God, probably somewhere.
I'm sure somewhere.
I'm sure they do.
I'll have to
every
dig them
once
up,
in a while the reel that I made pops up in my feed, and I giggle about how happy we were while we were eating all of that food, and then how not happy we were.
Destroyed. Yeah.
By the way, please put something good or funny that has happened to you since the last time we were together in the comments. What do you got, Clay?
So my something good was I've got two kids, both in high school, and they're both on a robotics team for the local high school. They did well enough in their competitions this weekend. They're going to be competing at state.
Wow.
We are. It's either going to be, certainly hoping for the best, but it could be my oldest's last robotics competition. So,
oh gosh, oh man,
emotionally preparing for either outcome.
I was going to ask how are you and Wendy holding up for that the lead up to it?
Today, fine. Check in on Saturday.
I don't want to cry on the show, but I'm crying inside.
Right? Yeah, it's a good thing. So.
No. I actually thought about your kids when I was at Global Pet Expo, because there's a company that is now selling like a full-on. There have been several of them, but this is a pretty advanced robotic dog. Like it does tricks and rolls over and all of that stuff. And I was like, oh man, they'd be cool to have at PopCon. And then I was like, maybe I'll just ask Will to make one when I get home, which I'm sure just like making a robotic dog is just something that he could do on a Wednesday.
Honestly, like we could have the team come out and theoretically,
yes,
like bring the bot. And kind of.
I would love it. That. Could they like catify the bot? Could they put like some ears on the bot
and like have toys attached to it and drag it around?
Can we have it chasing some toys?
They can 3D print some ears. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's catify the team's bot and get that cat bot to PurrCon. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. And Michelle is our assistant producer. All of that cool stuff that you see popping up, like Laura's good news that she just celebrated 13 years with Jerry.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Love Laura and Jerry.
Michelle, a little bit about you and then you're good or funny.
Okay.
Ooh, I like your. We're both wearing PopCon shirts.
Yep.
PopCon. Don't mind me. I do tend to get a little distracted.
Squirrel.
So last month, I'm catching up with the shows. I've watched Daredevil. I'm caught up with Daredevil Born Again.
Mm-hmm.
So excited.
Yes.
But really, we celebrated our 22nd anniversary last month.
Hey, nice.
So, and I know
Congrats.
we celebrated it at our live show at St. Patrick's Day.
We did. We
Um,
celebrated at O'Reilly's.
And then right now, my good thing is even though I had to make a trip to the ER last week, and I know what's wrong, I do have like a lot of, I'm pretty healthy. So
Okay,
other
good,
than
good. I know
my
I was
heart is very healthy. I was just very surprised that they didn't find something.
okay,
So
good. You have
with
the
my
you
heart. So
have the
I'm really
biggest
happy
heart.
about that. But
So
I am
I'm
feeling better.
good. I'm
So
glad it's
it's
okay.
Good.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't even sure you were going to be with us tonight, and I didn't want
right.
to
Yeah.
pressure you.
And,
So,
and it's a couple of the diabetic medicines I'm on that
hmm
cause what I have. So
Okay,
yeah.
all right, all right.
I
Well,
think there was
positive vibes.
Yeah.
language in the friendship employment clause, I think, that precludes that she's got to be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep. Listen,
Yeah.
Now, if I was in a lot of pain, I'd say, hey, I got to go. See you later.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I
that's how I
thought,
was yesterday.
were
So
you
I
okay?
feel a lot better today.
All
So,
right, keep taking
Good.
care of yourself,
mhm.
and if at any point you need to leave, you
Oh,
can. And if you just get really bored with us, it's a good excuse to say that you don't know.
I love talking
So,
about Marvel, DC, all this stuff. So,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Hi, I'm KJ. I don't like long walks on the beach. I don't like being in the ocean, and I don't like being hot. So I'm not your dream girl. I have 7 cats and a husband. and I had to tell people a lot at Global Pet Expo that I had 7 cats and a husband. That was really important. Before I get to my good thing, I did want to point out, hello, Mary Beth, crew number 21. There's so many people checking in tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. It's so much more fun when you guys are with us. So yes, nobody leave the planet. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
I didn't mean you could like leave. Like, there's also a clause in our friendship that you're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I wanted to acknowledge because Erina pointed out, she said that her good news was that they finally got their cats integrated. Erina and Paul, our musical director, they're amazing, and they've got dogs, and they had 1 cat. And while I did tell them that it would be better to get 2 cats at the same time, they only got 1. And then they were like, "You're right, we need to have 2 because he's a lot." It has been an interesting process for them, and we've been going back and forth on Messenger, and it's just been a real it's been a joy and an honor to work with Erina and Paul in integrating their cats. You know how passionate I am about this, and trying to figure out these 2, a kitten and a young cat. There were a lot of surprises, I think, for them along the way, so to see the pictures of Wiley and Bucky together and know that the dogs are okay. It's just, as a cat parent who, if you've ever integrated cats, you're like, oh man, when that day comes, it's like pop the champagne. So,
Facts.
so cheers to Erina and Paul and Bucky and Wiley and the dogs and of course Eileen as well, the human child. Let's not forget her. Everybody's happy. All right,
Love it.
so
I feel like one thing I know about you, well, 2 things I know about you, KJ, is that
mhm.
you don't like kimchi, but you do like cottage cheese.
Listen, we can have a whole show about this, Tia. If you follow Tia on TikTok, was it TC_Stark? That's where
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She went after cottage cheese lovers this week on TikTok, and I was like, You might not get to come on the show.
Yeah, pump the brakes.
Now you were doing it wrong. She was eating the brand. I don't like to call out any brands just in case.
Oh no, call them out. Screw 'em. Because you
Never
have
want a sponsor.
You hate this
Yeah,
brand
exactly.
so
Listen.
vehemently.
I get that some people like it. Okay, I'm not judging. Yes, I am judging you. I don't understand why anyone likes the dry cottage cheese. And then you put that fruit in it. What you had, Tia, was disgusting. They shouldn't even call it cottage cheese. Like I'm offended by it. Yes, Aaron, I only like certain brands of cottage cheese. I'll give a shout out to Kroger and the 2% small curd. They're doing really well with it. Occasionally I get a batch where I'm like, what did you do?
No, you're on the 4%.
I'm on the 4. Oh man. Oh man.
He's on the
Living the high life.
Yeah, right.
4%.
She's going fully loaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, is Tia really doing this? Because
It was disgusting. It
because
really was.
shaming
I
me
don't
of
like
cottage cheese is
I
a
hate
deal breaker.
cottage cheese.
I hate it too.
You're the Democratic minority. I'm sorry.
Okay. Here I
Yeah.
am. Here I am.
Well,
I'm just trying to be. I'm just trying to be kind and accepted
Hey,
and not
Tia.
be judged for
Sure.
my cottage
Hey
cheese.
Tia, I'm gonna blow your freaking mind too. I don't want to out KJ, but Clay's had this as well, and it's delicious. KJ uses cottage cheese in her lasagna.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom.
That is-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is-
all right.
yeah. Shots
See?
fired. What's up?
See? Mhm.
As a true Italian, you have to have ricotta in your lasagna.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not
what do you
Italian.
have?
I'm Irish. And
That has
from
been such a
Italian.
Midwestern thing.
I have a little bit of both. So
Next
Yeah.
time we're using cheese curds. Let's go.
Little ranch dressing. Yeah.
I'd rather you put ranch.
No
I'd
marinara,
rather
just ranch.
Stand by for the cheese curd ranch lasagna. That is coming soon.
Oh. We're gonna ship it to your door, Tia.
Listen, Laura is celebrating the Kroger cottage cheese because she gets all of her leftovers from us. Cottage cheese containers. Let's
Oh,
see.
that's Erina's comment there. That's actually pretty brilliant.
So she says, Erina says
Okay.
she likes stirring taco seasoning in with cottage cheese. Then I put lettuce, cheese, and peppers in it, and it becomes a good dip. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I generally I just eat it from the container. But
Literally.
yeah, Tia, I'm going to give you some actual cottage cheese when you come to visit PopCon.
I
And if
feel
you-
like I had it years ago, disliked it, and then there's
Yeah.
like this trend on TikTok where it's like, oh, if you want to be like healthy, replace all these things with like cottage cheese or blah blah. And I'm like, let me try it. And so I just picked whatever. I was like,
you picked
scrolling
the
through-
worst one. You picked the worst cottage cheese. You did it totally wrong. Okay, like, no
I don't
judging.
know.
You got to give it another chance. I'm telling you, it is. It's like the perfect food. You don't have to prepare it. It's high in protein. It's low in calories.
That's
It's
what
like-
they all say. They're like, it's high in
It's
protein. It's low in
true.
calories.
It's true. All right. Anyway, we don't have time to fully
We
fight
don't have
about
time for
cottage
this
cheese
cottage
tonight.
cheese
Okay,
debate.
this is
Yeah, the next what's popping. The next what's popping you guys do, I'm pretty sure is just going to be the great cottage cheese
it's
debate.
gonna be like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Kroger and I'm gonna be like, listen, you need to sponsor my What's Poppin' in Pop Culture and make it brought to you by Kroger Cottage Cheese.
You really
And
were
that-
giving them the ups on this. I mean,
I'm telling you. It's,
Oh, Tia, and this is where I'll leave it, but I will honestly tell you that KJ has gone through so many. There was a Food Club cottage cheese. It was a 2% small curd cottage cheese. That was her absolute favorite of all time.
it's true.
When Food Club went away, she was devastated.
I mean, like
And
it was stressful.
yeah, so it was like
I'm so
no
sorry.
kidding. When I would go to the grocery, I would pick up 4 different cottage cheeses,
It's a
cottage cheese
cheeses.
container, and she would like like the first one she'd open, she would like go take a spoonful, and be like, "Nope, toss it in the trash." I swear to you, I swear to you that happened.
I feel you.
I gotta say,
I feel you.
I'm shocked. Not shocked. I was taken a little aback about the sloth at the beginning, but less so about going in the weeds on cottage cheese 20 minutes into the show. Like,
That's just
What
what
did I
happens,
say?
Clay. It goes
Yeah.
Clay.
Debate.
I said to the crew here right before we went live, I hope you're ready.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready.
I was not ready.
This is
Yeah.
it. I don't have you saw the roadmap. It's like half a page. All right. Like I did not this is not a well prepared show. I'm not lying to you. Like I'm so glad we're deep diving on cottage cheese because I don't know what we were going to talk about for an hour.
Here we go. Let's shift to kimchi. I'm ready. Let's go.
Kimchi.
I'm a
Oh,
huge
Lord.
fan. Love
Oh,
that
God,
stuff.
you're disgusting. Oh,
And
I'm with
I
ya.
feel the same way about
Hey,
the
dude,
cottage cheese.
I have an idea. Join us on What's Cooking for Patches.
For
Cooking with
Patches?
Well, it is for me technically too. What's Cooking with Patches and the Cats after the show, and we can continue the cottage cheese kimchi debate.
okay.
Okay.
I like this. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds
No,
fair.
I feel like you know enough about me now.
A little too much, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as some would say.
Don't be
Yes.
surprised if you get like a shipment to your house of cottage cheese. You
I
know?
I would not complain about that. There can never
I'm
be
sure
too
you
much
wouldn't.
cottage cheese. There's just no such thing. Sometimes there is like what are they? Are they pounds that you get it in?
They're 48-ounce containers.
48-ounce containers. Sometimes there's like
It's a
4
tub.
or 5 of those in our refrigerator.
I swear.
Oh my god.
They'll be gone in like a
JJ.
week.
Oh my!
Wow.
I swear to you, she can live
Lot of
on
cottage
It
cottage
has to
cheese
give
and
you
ham
your
sandwiches.
energy.
This
You know.
show is brought to you by cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Perfect food. The perfect food.
Oh. Nice.
So my good news, guys. Listen, you know this PurrCon thing that I'm doing. Have you heard about this? If you haven't, we're having a cat convention at PopCon. So PopCon is June 27th through the 29th, and PurrCon is going to be happening. So
That's like breaking the fourth wall. It's like a convention within a convention.
it is. I know. We're totally Inception here.
Yeah.
Like, whoa! I don't know where the con ends and which con is
Yes.
real.
Is there a cottage cheese convention inside PurrCon? We'll just keep going. Yeah.
Are we doing a cottage cheese taste test?
Oh, man.
There you go.
Maybe. I'm telling you what. All the cats love the cottage cheese.
Oh, God.
Okay, don't give them very much. They're all lactose intolerant. Please don't give your cats cottage cheese. Just a little bit of taste for Johnny Storm once in a while. That's all I'm saying.
It's good for dogs.
Okay, so the biggest issue I have had planning this convention is how we're going to have cats. Okay, and I understand because there's like rules and regulations, and like PopCon's never had to worry about that. They're not having animals, and we were trying to figure out how like maybe we could have adoptions outside, and there's all this construction going on. And so literally like my entire life has been this like every time I talk to a person about PurrCon, every time I talk to a potential sponsor about PurrCon, they're like, oh, what about the cats? And I'm like, yeah, what about the cats? So I finally got the news today that we will be able to have kittens in playpens at PurrCon. So my
Yes.
friends,
Yay.
we will have cats. Yes.
Yay!
Awesome.
So excited. Now I know that there are some cat conventions out there that are like they don't have any cats and they have a blast, but I just wanted to have a little something. So we're gonna have a stage. We're gonna have you will not be able to miss PurrCon. It'll be a big part of PopCon, but we're gonna have a panel room that will have some special programming. Guest announcement. I do have confirmation that Cindy Huff, our animal communicator, is going to come. So we'll be able to do some animal communication stuff. I think we're going to do a live here in the next couple of weeks where I didn't even tell you this. This was Cindy's idea. She was like, why don't we do like a live stream to promote it? And we'll just talk to Grayson. And everybody can talk to Grayson.
Yeah,
So-
there we go.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we've got kittens. We've got our first guest, and I've got a little more information for you later in the show about PurrCon. But the important thing right now is that I've got a VIP wait list because I wasn't certain how many people we're going to be able to do VIP with. So if you're not on that list, I want you to get on the list because that's going to be like the ultimate PurrCon experience. So just go to PurrConIndy.com and you'll see a little like, hey, I want to be a VIP. And then as soon as I have that worked out, you're going to get first chance at the tickets. So stand by for that. And a little more information later in the show, but we have so much to talk about. I mean, we are all, I think you could tell, a bunch of Marvel geeks. So let's get into what's poppin', my friends.
Oh, okay.
Because Patches, do you not want to get into what's poppin'?
Well, he didn't do his positive. Good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shoot! I almost cussed too. And that was really good. I'm sorry,
Where
Patches.
he is on the list.
Hang on. Take two. We just celebrated 20 years. I forgot all about him. No, this is huge news, you guys. So, Patches, tell us a little bit about yourself and then give us your big news. That was why I was saving you for last.
Clearly.
Ruin the show. All right, go ahead, Patches.
Tia, I support you. I'm indifferent to cottage cheese.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I will say my name's excuse me, Patrick Patches, producer Patches, whatever the hell one of my nieces and nephews decide to call me, and then it sticks. I am obviously KJ's husband, and I am actually the crazy cat lady of the house, not KJ.
That's
so
accurate.
yes, that's very accurate. And my good news is that I got an invitation since I've been playing. As most people know, I am a very, very big darts fan. And since I have been playing like in leagues and stuff like that for the past 2 years, there is a show called The Siege that is local here in Indiana, and it is on the To The Point streaming, which you can get on YouTube or Facebook.
They've got a huge following. It's really
I mean, like coast to coast, huge following.
Yeah, you guys think we're the only people watching darts. We're not.
Yeah.
It's huge.
So yes, so it is. I was invited to play on The Siege.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Excellent.
Yep, I'm going to be on the big live stream. The date is forthcoming, but yeah,
Okay.
so I'm going to be playing doubles. It's going to be like the best of 15 legs, and I know that there are some guys or some players, I should say, traveling from Lafayette and Seymour. So I mean, like they're coming a decent distance. And Jason, who produces The Siege and is the founder of it, he said, I know one of the players. So I am excited to
so he didn't tell you that was a tease?
It was a tease.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That's exciting, man.
Yeah.
That's
So
so cool.
it's
That is
actually
awesome.
been a goal. So that's I'm super, super pumped.
Yeah, we just talked about this not long ago, and he was worried. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if my play is where it's got to be. And we did some manifesting. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but I was like,
Oh yeah, no,
100%. We're gonna
100%.
like set some goals, and we're gonna put it out
Yep.
there to the universe. And it just so happened that you ran into Jason at a blind draw recently, and the call that I got, I mean, like Patches, as emotional as he is, he doesn't get.
Am I?
You are such an emotional dude. Okay.
Crazy cat lady.
He is the emotional one in this relationship. Okay?
Oh,
Uh,
I'm saying that in a good way. Like you're in touch with your emotions.
thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, now I'm embarrassing him.
No, not at all.
Anyway, when he called me, he was like giddy.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So
That's awesome.
I'm very proud of you.
very
Yay.
cool.
That's so cool.
Do you know
Yeah.
where they're going to film?
It's actually down on the southwest side of Indianapolis,
Okay.
in a little town called Canby. So,
Oh, yeah.
I used
but
to
yeah,
live in
no, it will
Canby.
be on To The Point streaming, and when I have a confirmed date, we will be letting people know to where you can watch.
Awesome. Thanks,
Congratulations.
Patches.
Yeah, that's excellent, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you.
cool.
Happy
Are
Thank
you,
you.
are you gonna finally get yourself on social media like the cat dart man? Something. You were gonna be the cat man or something. What were you gonna do?
Oh, I can't remember.
Okay. All right. Well,
I just know
it's time to get your social
we-
media going, pal. You need some branding.
Well, we knew what my walk-on song was going to be, but I don't think that's.
No.
I don't think we should say anything about that right
Do you guys? You're familiar with Prince? He had a song about controlling the cat population.
Wow.
now. What a
listen,
great walk-on for a cat dude, right?
Yeah.
would that not
all right.
be the best walk on? And it would technically be in the right context, so it shouldn't offend anyone. Like,
Yep. Spay and neuter your pets, guys. You gotta spay and neuter your cats.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So we've got, oh man, I'm super excited about this. We coming up later in the show. It is the return of, can you, oh, nope, hang on. Can you dance with him on your shoulder? Yeah. Dance, come on, dance. All right, it is the return of Clay's crazy obscure movie quotes. And Clay's been slacking the last couple of shows, so I was like, well, I guess I'll just get his dance out again. So that is coming up in just a little bit. And I did not draw a crew number, so somebody that is watching live, we're just gonna pick somebody and we'll be playing Clay's crazy obscure movie quotes coming up. But first, I know you want to talk about all the things, all the Marvel things. Let's do it. It's time for what's popping in pop culture. Pow, powered by ConQuest Journals.
Brought to you by Geek Vibes Nation.
Thank you, Patches. All right, and over to Tia.
There's so much to talk about when it comes to talking in Marvel, right?
Yep.
So really quick before I just have to do, like, obviously we've talked about how things have been since Endgame, yada yada yada. Someone pointed out online, they were like, everyone talks about how Marvel's fallen off. Fallen off. They've had what was it? I forget the number, but millions of people who were just watching for 6 hours a live stream of Chairs. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
So, and what we mean by that is that they announced the cast of the Avengers Doomsday, which is the Russo brothers are coming back to direct it, and they essentially said to themselves, "Hold my beer." It's I don't know who told them that they had to one up themselves when it comes to Infinity War and Endgame, but they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it." So literally, they held for 6 hours, just putting chair after chair of showing who is going to be in Doomsday, and it's so many people. Now, I want to get out of the way that there are a lot of people who aren't included. The entire cast of the Eternals wasn't included. Chris Evans, which was, I guess, to be expected, but a lot others were not included in this. But I don't think that this is the full cast. And in fact, I'm sure that I saw that they said this is not the full cast.
Yeah.
But what was shocking was that literally Sir Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, what's his name? James
Marsden, yeah.
I was like, that's how, Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah. I was just like,
Alan
wow, the
Cummings.
original
That's how
Mystique.
you're gonna drop X-Men on us, just chairs.
and the craziest thing, again, it's we don't know what the context is, right? But it's one of those things that since Disney has acquired Marvel, it's what are they going to do? Are they going to recast? Are they going to? You're brave for what's happening. What's happening, right? We're gonna get what is happening. So that's gonna be insane. Tom Hiddleston, some big names, right? Tom Hiddleston is coming back. Chris Hemsworth, Paul Rudd, which I love them putting this tiny little chair, was hilarious to me. A lot of the cast of say the Thunderbolts are coming back. A lot of people. A lot. I don't even know.
Fantastic Four all going to be in it.
Four.
Fantastic
just,
Three. What?
Patches doesn't want to acknowledge Pedro Pascal.
I
Oh.
That is correct.
Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic 3. Let's go.
There's just so many. Like everyone practically is coming back, except, and then again, another crazy thing to me is that Elizabeth Olsen isn't coming back as
I
Scarlet
noticed
Witch,
that
Right.
too. Yeah.
but I still want to say that's a lie. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
You
I think they're
revealed
going to surprise us.
you revealed so much. You need to leave some surprises, but then
Right.
at the end of this 6-hour stream where literally no one's there, they're just putting like the chairs of everyone's names. Then all of a sudden, Robert Downey Jr. sits down, who
Yep.
is going to be playing Doctor Doom, and I think the tagline was "It all leads to Doom." So, what is happening? I don't know. But it's going to be insane, and it's crazy to think. I was thinking about this because remember the whole like Doctor Doom wasn't even the plan. Remember,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kang
It's supposed to
was
be
the
Kang,
plan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And as nice as that would have been, I'm kind of loving the direction that we're going in.
Totally
Yeah.
good with this. Totally
Totally.
good with it.
Totally
You want
fine.
to talk about one of the best pivots ever? Boom, right there.
Yeah.
Well, because so many
How do
people
you do it?
thought to themselves, what are we going to do now? We don't have Kang. Do you recast him? Do you completely scrap everything? I kind of like the road that they went down, but
Yeah.
they said that Thor and Loki are going to reunite in this, so obviously that was like
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Well,
it's
and
too much.
and to your point, Tia, as well, with Elizabeth Olsen, I mean, you got to think like there's Charlize Theron and Benedict Cumberbatch at the end of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like they started that. So I mean, Doctor Strange is still somewhere because this is obviously a multiverse style Avengers. So
Right.
Yeah.
he's got to be part of it, just like Elizabeth Olsen. Plus, didn't they agree to what, a 3 Avenger movie thing with the new phase that they're in? It's going to be 3 Avengers.
I believe so. Like Doomsday
Yeah.
isn't the only Avengers movie that's
Yeah.
coming out. So that's why I feel like, okay, maybe some of these people aren't coming in for Doomsday, but they'll be in for the next Avengers that's going to have to do with Doomsday. I was a little like surprised that Eternals wasn't announced at all. I think that Eternals is really overhated in the Marvel community. I actually
Yes.
really liked the movie, but that's just
I
me.
did too. I did
Yeah.
too.
I,
I liked it.
I mean, I wasn't blown away by it, but I didn't mind it. I didn't understand why people hated it so much.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Well,
it.
I mean, they wrapped it in with the Captain America, the
Mhm.
Eternals was
Yeah.
kind of in with that the new Captain America movie.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's the first time they've acknowledged it in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know they acknowledged that, and they acknowledged the Hulk movie. I was like, what is I don't know if they just needed some therapy. Like we gotta let this out. We just gotta let it go, man.
right.
But I just really can't, like, it is blowing my mind that Patrick Stewart already returned obviously for
Mhm.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but Ian McKellen, as you said, Rebecca Romaine, Alan Cummings, like
Yeah.
what are you guys
Yeah.
doing? What are we seeing?
They're all coming back.
I wonder if they're kind of shifting the playbook a little bit. That in the original release of the movies, the Avengers were like the end of the chapter, right? Like that was the big thing at the end that you led up to, and this feels like the beginning of the story that
Yeah.
they've
Oh, yeah.
shifted, and they're going to launch a lot of things from this tentpole movie that they can then tell the stories that they want to tell.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, with all the multiverse, I mean, I've been watching What If season 3 of
That's
Oh,
What
how was
If,
that?
so it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. I think. I mean, if you like animation and stuff, and it just gives you different scenarios of what if, and
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all just assuming because it has to be in another universe because they're not doing a origin story for the Fantastic Four, so they've been doing something somewhere. And how is Robert Downey Jr., you know, Doctor Doom? Like, we're
Right.
just,
Yeah.
it has to be that it's
Right.
that this is
From
playing out
this-
in another universe, which
Right.
means everybody can come back, you know.
Well,
I mean,
and
that's
I
why you
like
have fun with it.
yeah, and I like the fact too because I mean maybe I'm a lazy movie goer, but the fact that it seems like they're not going to have to do a whole like world building thing around this is really appealing to me. It's just like, all right, just drop in. You don't have to establish anything. It's a freaking Avengers, right? Just hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've
We
had
better get
10
Black Widow back.
Yeah,
We better.
Yelena.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
Florence Pugh
Right.
is in it. Yelena
I know, but
will
I
be in
want
it.
Scarlett Johansson. I mean, I love
I-
Florence Pugh.
I love Scarlett Johansson. I
too.
don't foresee that happening because didn't they have like a
Yeah,
feud going on with the
It
release of
wasn't
Black Widow?
it wasn't a nice breakup.
it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. I know, but maybe
So-
with some time passing and they do some good things.
Listen,
Maybe
I
she'll get
wish for
lonely
that
and miss her
too.
friends.
Hey,
I
just like
wish-
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, never say never.
Exactly.
Right.
They also some other notable names I remember. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing his name correctly, but Simu Liu, who played Shang-Chi. I mean, they
Yep.
haven't done anything with him in
Yeah.
5 years, so that also is like
Yeah.
when I saw it, I was like, oh, finally, you're doing something.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
I
Yeah.
And there was just
that.
nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're right. So, I mean, my favorite thing was, obviously I always have to see like the online discourse, right? And people online were like, oh, everyone's getting really excited for the X-Men, but I thought you guys spent 10 years hating on Fox's X-Men. It's like, no one hated on the original trilogy. We just hated on everything that came out after that with like new class and everything.
Right.
Then it
Mhm.
started getting crazy. But that
Yeah.
original trilogy, we would not have comic book movies today if it weren't for the
Correct.
original X-Men trilogy.
Yeah.
And I still like The Last Stand, okay?
Oh yeah, I liked all of those original ones.
Yeah, and
like-
honestly, I didn't even mind. I mean, it was super convoluted, but I didn't mind Days of Futures Past. Like, I was
Yeah.
okay with some of that.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and I think that because they had the great actors in it, though,
Mhm.
too. I
Yeah.
mean, you look at McAvoy, you look at Fassbender. Honestly, as much. I mean, you had Peter Dinklage in it, and as much as I love her as an actress, I didn't buy Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique.
No,
No.
I just didn't.
no.
Or
Yeah.
oh god, what's her name? The woman who played Jean Grey in the younger one, who was
Oh,
yeah.
On Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Yep.
Yeah.
Sophie, whatever.
oh, but
Oh, yeah.
it would be crazy if
Sophie
they
Turner,
brought
yeah.
Michael Fassbender in. Can you imagine how wild that would
That
be?
would be
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
That would be,
That would be
good.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't
yeah, I
like
mean-
this.
I mean, a lot of
second
them
that
were in
Kelsey-
that one X-Men of Days of Future Past.
Yeah, mhm.
They all was in there with Patrick and Ian and the two.
Well, and
new
that was
people.
why when Kelsey Grammer's chair showed up, I was like,
Oh
"Wait
yeah,
a
that's right.
second,
That's
what are you doing?"
The only reason I could see
Yeah.
that being tied in was from the Marvels.
Mm,
right.
Yeah.
Because of the teaser at the end of that, which I could see that, but when they kept
Yeah.
panning to the right, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, and not to hate on the Fox Marvel too much, like not to sound so like highbrow or something, but Logan is still the best comic book movie of all time. So I mean, Fox did some good stuff with the
Yes,
X-Men.
They did.
agreed.
I'm not gonna say they
Agreed.
didn't. So
All right, what else is going on, Tia?
So I know that Patch is super excited about this, but we got the title for the 4th Spider-Man movie.
Yay.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why, by the way, I used a picture of the video game of Spider-Man. I was like,
I was like, that's not Tom Holland. Like,
No.
Yeah.
I was just Googling,
that's all good.
So we got the name for the 4th Spider-Man movie, which will be called Brand New Day. I do not
Yep.
believe there's any other information other than that. But I don't think it's as shocking that a character is getting a fourth movie. Thor had a fourth movie.
Mhm.
Now Captain America had a fourth movie. So that's not entirely shocking. Who knows what this is going to be? I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man,
Oh, I
right?
do too.
I
Yeah.
think
the
he's
best one.
fantastic. Like, I will admit, the third Spider-Man I was not really a fan of for many reasons, but one of them is that I hated that they had everyone forget who Peter Parker is. The
Oh my
whole
gosh, right?
reason why Tony Stark did what he did was for Peter Parker, and now people even like Happy don't even remember who Peter Parker are. So I'm like, well, what are you gonna do with him?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So but there's that, I mean, I don't-
I mean,
yeah.
it's just cool that we've got a Spider-Man that's getting a fourth movie, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like and I didn't honestly have any problems with previous actors, but the movies, like every time by the third movie, you're like, what in the world are you even doing at this point? Like
the original Tobey Maguire third Spider-Man was just
Oh.
That was rough. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Bad. So the fact that the writing, the acting, like everything is there for Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is, I mean, it's one of the biggest characters in Marvel, and it kept being like, why are you getting this wrong? I feel like this dude sells a lot of merch for you. You should get his movies right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that like Stan Lee's favorite character? Or
I don't know. I wouldn't be
And,
surprised.
he was the one that created him.
Yeah.
If I remember right in interviews, I want to say that he was most proud of all the mutant stuff they did, like the X-Men stuff and all
okay.
that. I think that was his like most proud achievement.
Oh, Paul thought that the Spider-Man news was an April Fool's joke.
Funny. I love it.
Oh, I know. Like, I just didn't want to be anywhere near any news or social media yesterday, because it was just like,
Yeah.
you'd see something and you're like, oh, okay.
I almost not
yeah.
to get dark or anything, but I'm sure you guys saw yesterday that we lost Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
And the fact that it happened on April Fool's Day, and I was like,
Right.
is this supposed to be an April Fool's? But no.
No.
Yeah, when I saw that one, I was just like, oh no, that one's
I'm
legit.
like, I don't think anybody's going to be that dark. Like,
You never know.
it's true. You don't know.
Yeah.
What else is going on, Tia? What else is popping?
So we have got some House of the Dragon news. So
Woo-hoo!
I know, I'm so excited. House of the Dragon, the season 3 has officially gone into production, and
Yay.
there are 2 prominent casting with Tommy Flanagan, and I wrote down the other dude's name. Let me.
Dan Fogelberg.
Yes. Wait. No. Stop it. Dan Folger. and
Our
Tommy
apologies to Dan. Yeah.
Right.
Tommy
And
Flanagan
another
is
guy.
going to. Tommy Flanagan is going to play Sir Duskin, and Dan Folger is playing Sir Torrhen. So, both actors have had a very good career, a huge filmography. So that's really cool. And I'm just excited that season 3 is in production. So hopefully that means by next year we're going to get season 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
right? That would be nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. What else is popping, Tia?
All right, so this is very small, and it's funny that Michelle mentioned animation, because I am a huge animation fan, and I just saw today that on May 4th we are getting a new Star Wars show called Tales of the Underworld. Because of the thing, it got cut off, but in that picture, it's a day.
Tia was having a day.
I was having a day. But if you are a Star Wars fan, in that picture you have Asajj Ventress, Cad Bane, and it's coming out May
I'm
4th.
imagining
May the
I
4th.
can see them.
In all their glory.
Yes. But I'm super pumped for it because, again, as a Star Wars fan, I think Disney Star Wars is at its strongest in the animation department, and
Yes.
Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Empire were really entertaining
They
to me
were
and added
good.
a lot of great like background lore. So the fact that now they're doing it for like these side characters, I'm excited. I didn't even know that was coming or happening. I was just like scrolling through Twitter to see if there was anything to add to the What's Poppin', and then I
Mhm.
saw that and I was like, so
Nice. Nice.
The Last
Uh,
of Us starts this month. So
Oh, the
season
Oh, yeah,
Last of
two.
yeah.
Us season 2. Oh
Season 2
man.
starts on the
Uh,
13th.
Oh,
Just
so
a
good.
Pat
More
just won't be
Pedro
watching it.
Pascal. I've got a couple things coming your way on the YouTube channel. Back to celebrity interviews. If you are a fan of the TV show Ghosts, I did interview Rebecca Wasaki, who plays Hetty on the show, and that was fabulous. This morning, I haven't had a chance to edit it and get it posted, but Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things and Ghostbusters, and also Billy Brick, who plays a smaller role in Ghostbusters. They met, became best friends. They've done several movies together, and they have a slasher comedy coming of age film that is coming out on Friday called Hell of a Summer that looks hilarious. Talked with them this morning, and then dude, I hope that this does not get canceled on me, but Ian Somerhalder is supposed to be calling me tomorrow on video, and I have not washed my hair.
oh my god.
So yeah.
KJ,
Yeah.
I have to say your interview with Rebecca just was so cool. I love Ghost so much, and the fact that she confirmed that Ghost is renewed for an additional 2 seasons,
Yeah.
so cool.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be around for a while. So if you're not watching Ghosts, I mean, that is a show that I would get on. It's great. It's a wonderful ensemble cast, and it has you laughing, and it really does. We talked about this, like it really it because they have these characters that are like stuck in different times. It allows them to deal with some like difficult topics that you wouldn't normally be able to. So while you're having like you're laughing, they also do a really good job of kind of hitting you in the feels every once in a while. Did I see is there a new episode tomorrow? Were we
Yes.
seeing Ghosts?
New episode is coming out this coming Thursday, which is tomorrow.
I thought when the last episode that we watched, I thought they were done for a while. So
No, it was just the mid-season break.
okay. Oh yeah, they always make a big deal now. Like when I was growing up, we didn't have mid-season finales. Like it just
We had to commit to a show for 23 straight weeks.
No, or
Right.
if there was a break, they just never tell you. You're just like, oh, it's not on this week.
Oh, this is a rerun.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know. You just like
Yep.
you'd go to your TV on Thursdays at 8:00 and be like, "Is it new? Is it back? Nope. Go do something else." Okay. All right. Make sure that you follow along with all of the pop culture and geeky news at geekvibesnation.com. In between our shows, they're always doing cool interviews and keeping us updated on all the cool stuff that's happening. And Patches, you want to tell everybody about our wonderful sponsor, ConQuest Journals?
Well, KJ, I'm glad you asked because What's Poppin' in Pop Culture is powered by ConQuest Journals. ConQuest Journals creates officially licensed fan art for Harry Potter, Supernatural, Friends, Where the Wild Things Are, and their original line called Reading for the Night, just for you book lovers. From planners and journals to notepads and decals, they bring fandom fun to your work, home, and life. Use promo code AJ today to save 10% off your entire order.
Thank you, Patches. And by they, we mean Patches and Shelly and the crew.
Yes. And Giles.
And
He's our
Giles.
mascot.
Oh man, he has not knocked socks off the tower yet, but we're getting close. Hey, are we there?
Yep, we're there.
Okay.
We're back.
We're supposed to be having severe storms move through at any moment. So I was
Right.
like, oh no, did they hit? Did they hit? Okay, so it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. Don't screw the crew.
Crew.
Oh, come on.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Crew.
Let's see. We got, you know what? I was just going to go look for somebody. We got Mary Beth is here tonight. Mary Beth, guess what? We're going to play for you to win some fabulous prizes from
Yay.
ConQuest journals. Yay. Anything in
Mary.
particular you want to give Mary Beth, Patches?
Well, Mary Beth, I think that we have the brand new Where the Wild Things Are tab journal.
Ooh.
It is lovely. And we could probably do a decal pack and tote bag for you.
Oh, nice. Oh, yay. All right. Let's do that. Okay. So tonight we're not doing trivia. We're just going to pit Clay and his obscure quotes against Patches and see what happens, because I did not prepare any trivia.
All right.
All right. So not only
You took
is
a
it
play
time
out of
for-
my book.
Okay, yeah. So Clay didn't come prepared last show. I was like, you know what? Play that, man.
Actually, Clay didn't
That's
come
right.
to the last show at
Clay
all.
didn't
He
come
had
to
to be.
the-
I didn't come to the last show.
Really
I was like, okay,
unprepared.
all right. All right,
that's
my
today?
friends, let's do this. It's Clay's crazy, obscure quotes. Quotes that none of us will know except maybe Patches.
You're welcome.
All right. Take it away, Clay.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I like
I've
that.
got-
You're like, oh, this is going to be
There.
good.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I prepped hours
That's
scrolling
nice.
through.
Appreciate the hard
thinking.
work you put into this.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got three.
All right. Patches got to get 2 out of 3.
Yeah, we can do that. 2 out of 3 is good. Because the third one, I'm not sure that he's going to get.
You just don't
but-
look confident.
Yeah. No. So, all right. The first one, it's not an individual quote; it's a conversation, but it ties into
Clay's
what
doing
we've
this.
just.
I can put some music on. Hang on, Clay. Let me
There we
get
go.
some nice dramatic music.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's nice. Yeah.
Calming.
So-
I was looking for something more.
We're not trying to like go to sleep. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
My options are limited on
Guys, here's
StreamYard.
my Soothing Waters radio.
Wait till you hear the quote. I think it'll. So it ties into what we have discussed this evening, and KJ can vouch. I think this is an actual conversation that Patrick and I would have. So
Okay.
Okay.
here's the quote between two people. How do I know you're you? You're a dick. Okay.
See that?
I know this
Wow,
one.
Okay. This is not a family show.
Sorry. Yeah.
Patches, you have to know this.
It's fine.
Oh my God, I'm going blank, and I know I
We
know
were
this.
just talking about them earlier.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Patrick.
X-Men.
There we go.
Yeah.
We'll accept that.
Yeah.
Giving that to him?
It's
Yeah,
good.
Wolverine and Cyclops.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
We'll give that to. Do you know? For bonus, nothing for stakes here. Do you know which X-Men movie that was?
It was the first one.
That's what I thought too. But it is the second one.
The screen, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Clay. Sorry. All right,
Yeah,
second
sorry.
one.
All Patches sees is Clay.
That's right. All right. Second quote. In honor of. You can be my wingman anytime.
Oh, of course, Val Kilmer, Tom
Which
Cruise.
again, I feel like is something that you and I would say to one another.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the wingman in this? In between the two of you.
I
Depends
think
on
it
context.
varies on who's had more to drink.
Exactly. Yeah. There's
I mean, when it
no
comes
hard
to
fast
beer
rule
pong-
there. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to beer pong, I mean, we're just too good. So there's no wingman.
Sure.
It's a hard thing to figure out.
All right. Let's.
Okay.
So Mary Beth is already a winner. Yay!
She won. All right.
All right. Throw in another decal pack if you get this one right.
This one I'm not as confident. Not to set you up there, buddy, but
All right.
I really think you're going to fail.
I don't know that, because anyway, we'll discuss it afterwards. But the quote is, "Mornings are for coffee and contemplation."
I know this one.
Oh God, I do too. Mornings for coffee. Mornings are for coffee.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Oh my God. Honestly, like the only thing that's in my head right now is like the Beatles song "Day in the Life." Woke up, get out of bed. I mean, it's like
That is definitely.
I know, but yeah.
Does anybody know?
It sounds
sounds
so
so
I
familiar.
mean, I've heard it, but no.
Is it from a
That's
TV
why I don't
show or
play
a
this
movie?
game.
It is.
You know.
It is a TV show.
Okay.
You're on the right track, Tia.
Parks and Recreation.
No.
Not Ron Swanson?
No.
Or
this
is it that 70s show? No.
No. It was
What's that
spoken
last
by
one?
David Harbour.
Oh, Stranger Things, first season.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
see, I would not have gotten that.
He's walking
that-
into the police station.
Yes,
He's getting
I remember
bothered,
that.
and he's like,
Yep.
mornings are... Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, very nice. All right. So send Tia some decals. Okay.
Don't worry, she can bring some. She can bring some home for herself
Yeah.
when she comes for PopCon.
That's right.
And PurrCon.
I'm just going to take all the decals when I'm at PopCon. That's
That-
really
yeah.
my motivation for going.
Paul, I am with you. He said, speaking of Val Kilmer, I suggest everyone watch Real Genius in his honor. Some great quotes in that one. That is one of my all-time favorite Val Kilmer movies.
I was just going to say that is one of the very few movies that I know you can do quotes from.
Oh.
One of the very
Or-
few movies.
You have to watch Tombstone. I'll be your
I'll
Huckleberry.
be Huckleberry.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
Oh, God, yeah.
Tombstone.
I mean, he just
that was a good
he was Doc Holliday. He
Oh,
just
God,
was.
yeah.
But listen, you go back
What
to
about-
Real Genius. I still to this day, when I open a freezer, like a top freezer, I cannot stop myself from thinking, "How's it feel to be frozen?" and then close it. Like it's like that is my obscure quote. I have done that around people before, and they're like, "Are you?
Are you mental?
Did you not see Real Genius?"
I just think, aside from obviously like Top Gun and whatnot, but and I don't care what anyone says. I loved him as Batman.
Yes.
But
oh man,
for me,
yeah.
Top Secret.
Top
Top Secret.
I had
If
not
you-
seen Top Secret until we started dating.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, this is like
Yes.
the Naked Gun, but with Val Kilmer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Val,
pretty much.
Val Kilmer wasn't a bad Batman. Was he the best? No.
No.
But there
No,
certainly
that's
were worse.
Clearly Clooney and the nipples.
I was going
Um,
to say, clearly worse.
or Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was Clooney had the nipples, but there was a really nice shot in Batman Forever where they just went full on Val Kilmer's butt in the suit, and I was like, "That's like
It looked
that
like he
is
had a
not
bat
necessary
G-string.
for anyone but like me."
And
Thank you.
and Joel
They made
Schumacher, like that.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And by the way, as much I have loved Nicole Kidman since the first time I saw Days of Thunder in the theater, but that is the most amazing I feel like she has ever looked in a movie.
She looked good in that movie.
Oh,
Yes, she did. But
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's butt.
I would burn you alive to see her in
Settle
person
down.
through that in that movie.
Wow, that escalated. Holy cow! Yeah.
Patches,
Wow.
what do you think of Eyes Wide Shut then? Have you not seen Eyes Wide Shut?
I have seen Eyes Wide Shut.
Clearly,
was
as a Nicole Kidman appreciating person. I figured
Yeah,
you'd
you
be
know, it wasn't a bad movie. I was indifferent about Eyes Wide Shut. It was, it had good parts. But it was really just too all over the place for me. But Jesus. Oh my God! All right, thank you, Paul. Thank you, musical director Paul.
Yeah.
All right. I had nothing planned, and now we're like
But
5
she looked
minutes
amazing
over.
in Aquaman too.
And we got stuff to do. So
No, we
let me
Yeah.
start off because
What's
I
that?
did promise you guys a little bit about PurrCon, and I worked really hard on this video today, so you have to let me play it. So
Otherwise, then Katie's going to get hangry.
oh no, I'm fine. I ate before the show, so I am.
Did
all
you eat
good.
cottage cheese before the
I
show?
did eat some cottage cheese before the show. I ate it right out of the tub. It was so good, Tia. So good. Yes, I'm not even gonna say anything to you. I'm just gonna play this for you because this is what you need to know. It's all come to this. My love of cats and my love of nerdy stuff and 12 years of PopCon and a lifetime of cats and becoming the kitty correspondent for Pet Pals TV it has all led to me throwing a celebration of cats within a celebration of pop culture. So I was like, guys, cats are a fandom. And so we should really have cats represented at PopCon. And they were like, yeah, let's talk about that. And I mean, do not give me the opening. Let's talk about that. I was like, so you guys ready to talk about that? Because here's what I got. We're doing this. I've already made a logo. It's called PurrCon because it's perfect. It's PurrCon at PopCon. It's going to be great. We are going to entertain you into being a better cat person than you could ever imagine. So friendship, making bracelets, coloring, cat art, cat games, and these voice actors that we have, and so many of them are cat lovers. The stage at PurrCon in the panel room for PurrCon is gonna be cat-tastic. There you go, my friends.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And we're gonna have kittens. I didn't get to,
Awesome.
I didn't get to put that in the announcement.
KJ, did you say where these kittens are coming from? Are they going to be available for like adoption at PurrCon?
So most of them will probably be too young to be adopted right then and there, but people will be able to, like if you like we did with Buffy and Giles, where we just put in our adoption application and we knew as soon as they had their shots and they were fixed that they would be ours. So there will be an opportunity to do that, certainly, and we've got some really great partners that are coming in that have said like, hey, we want to create a nice VIP bag, but also we want to make sure we have a bunch of swag if anybody adopts the kittens. So, even if it's like 3 weeks later, we'll have nice swag bags and starter kits for people adopting the kittens. So it's not like a giant adoption event, but the kittens that will be with us will be from rescues and shelters. I'm trying to figure out where we're going to put them so it's not so stressful because it is loud and there's a lot going on. So we'll probably do kitten therapy sessions where we're in the panel room and you can come see the kitties and hang out and be, nice and quiet in there. But yeah, we're still figuring all that out. But gosh, Tia, I just finally got approval for the kittens. Don't make me think about what I'm going to do with them now. Just let me know it. Speaking of, because I am one person and no one person can run a convention, I've had several people that have said like, how can I volunteer? How can I help? We're going to on Friday night, and we're going to be doing many of these, but I'm going to have my first PurrCon planning meetings. So Friday night, 7:00, we'll be live in KJ's Cat Club. Join the VIP Kitty Committee at PurrConIndy.com. That's going to get you on the list. It's going to tell you immediately when the VIP passes go on sale. And I also I welcome you to share what games you want to play, what kind of panels do you want to have. So we're just going to talk about all of that stuff and get super excited together. One of the things while I was talking with Brandon, and you can see more about PurrCon on the Brandon Peters Show, streaming now.
The Brandon Peters of
Oh, yes.
the Brandon Peters Show?
Yes. We were just kind of joking about, what kind of games we could have. And we decided instead of musical chairs, doing musical boxes, since cats love boxes.
No.
But then I'm like, now we have to be careful because people will get violent jumping in boxes. So I'm going to get little stuffed cats. And when the music stops, you have to gently place a cat in a box near you. And if you throw your cat, you will be disqualified. Right? So, like,
I love it.
Those kind of things. Like, we literally get to create the cat convention that we want to have. So if you can join on Friday night at 7:00, that would be awesome, because I'm just looking for all of the fun ideas. If you're not a part of the Cat Club yet, thank you, Patches. KJsCatClub.com will take you right to the Facebook group, and you can join us. And then we'll just have a nice little feline Friday party at 7:00 in the Cat Club. So there you go, PurrConIndy.com. And finally tonight, we are going to wrap up. We always like to leave the show with a furry friend, so that if you felt like you wasted your time and you hated being here, that we leave you with something cool.
And you're still here.
Yes. Thank you, Paul. Yes, he said KJ needs help. We can't have an itty bitty kitty committee. No, we need to have a great big kitty committee. So let's do this, man. Let's do it. So I last week, if you follow me on social, kjonsocial.com to find all the places, you know that I was at this thing called Global Pet Expo, and I saw some amazing cats. I have some amazing cat stories that are going to be coming to YouTube and to the cat conversation for the next episode. But I was not expecting that I was going to meet a sloth. So I was in the middle of talking to these lovely people, and they were like, "Have you met the sloth down the hall yet?" I was like, "Nope, but it's been nice talking to you. I'm going to go." So, right to the sloth. So coming this weekend to Pet House TV.
Aww.
So not all sloths look like him. His mom bit him when he was a baby, and they actually didn't know if he was even going to make it. And so he went into this wildlife rescue called Maddie's Mission. And look at him. He's now living his best life, and he's going out, and he's teaching people about sloths, and he's just the cutest, most adorable thing. So
I love that.
Yeah.
He's like the Grayson of sloths.
Yeah. So more about his story this weekend on Pet Pals TV. You can watch 10:30 Saturday on wishtv.com. And we're now streaming the shows like immediately on YouTube. So you can go to petpalstv.com and you can watch the story live or watch it on demand. So there you go. We ended the
I
show
love
with
that.
the sloth.
When do you ever get to see a sloth in person and get to pet him, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
like petting him. He was so sweet and nice, and his fur was interesting. It was like soft but coarse. Man, I got to hang out with a sloth, guys. Living the good life. I'm your sloth correspondent. If there's a sloth story to be told, I'm here for it.
There you go. Can you
Eat him any
add
baby
like a
roots.
moniker to your signature? Do you get a sloth designation?
Right.
Yeah.
I did not feed him anything, but it was the cutest thing. You'll see in the story. While I was talking to his caretaker, Jody, she had zucchini in her pocket, and he can't eat a lot of normal foods. Like, a lot of his food is kind of mixed up and liquefied, but he can eat zucchini. And he literally went from like being on her shoulder to like doing the sloth thing of like hanging and climbing down, and he just reached into her pocket and just started like gnawing on the zucchini. I was like, is he supposed to be doing that? She's like, oh yeah, he knows how to find the zucchini. I'm like, okay. I don't think she actually said that, because that's my quote, not hers. So, we're done. On that note,
What's funny is you didn't get the quote I actually asked you.
what did you ask?
I asked, did you feed it a baby Ruth
Oh, what?
from the Goonies?
Oh,
Come on, dude.
no, sorry.
She's talking about like
I
hiding the
don't do
zucchini.
obscure quotes. That is you and Clay, not me. Except, how's it gonna be frozen?
That and Real Genius and Major League are the only two movies you actually quote.
Yes. All right. Well, let's go, guys. Are you all done? Did we get everything done that you guys wanted to accomplish tonight?
I think so.
My quick question is, what are you eating tonight?
You have to tune in, Tia.
It better not be lasagna with cottage cheese
No,
in it.
I agree.
That takes time. Yes. Coming up.
There's no lasagna. She's just opening the container. It's
That's
going to be her and a spoon.
With Patches and the cats, I'll just be eating a big tub of cottage
Yes.
cheese. Tune in.
It's going to be a trough of curds.
We do What's Cooking on that is a Facebook exclusive. So if you're over here on YouTube, now I'm going to make you do all the work to go over to Facebook. So go over to facebook.com/KJ on the
So much work.
watch me eat all the cottage cheese while Patches cook something. Thank you
God.
guys so much.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Clay. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Patches. And thank you to our whole crew. Have a great night, and we will see you again soon.